All right, what's up, y'all? Good morning. Today is Thursday, so on every Thursday, I'm going to be going over something, and what I'm going to be going over is something that I posted up to my Instagram page. On my Instagram page, I posted up something that I got out of a book. I got out of a book called The Greater Key of King Solomon, and in it, I read a confession that in the book it was labeled the confession of the exorcist, but I read it and I took it as the confession of a sinner, because when I read it, I thought about people. I thought about people other than myself. See, after I got done reading it, I had to question myself, what is real sin? And I think real sin is when you truly only really give a fuck about yourself. Real true sin has to be only when you only care about yourself. And I'm not talking about I'm talking about like when you really care about yourself. You don't give a damn about your kids. You don't give a damn about your parents, your next door neighbors. You don't give a damn about nothing. You don't even give a damn about the planet. That has to be real true sin, because that's what I got out of this confession. That after you read this confession and you fully understand it, this confession shows that if you confess everything that's in it, that you're caring about something on a deeper scale, on a global scale, other than yourself. So every Thursday I'm going to be breaking down every line of that whole confession, starting now with the first line: O Lord of heaven and earth. O Lord of heaven and earth. O Lord of heaven and earth can be that you're giving public acknowledgement. And that's another thing with this confession. This confession has to be done, it has to be done in front of God. But when you do it in front of God, you're doing it in front of everybody, your community, your peers, people all around you. Because that's the only way God really can acknowledge the confession, because He's the only person, God is the only person. And no matter what religion you're in, whatever religion you're in, God has many different names, but it's only one. It only speaks of one creator, one person. It's just whatever religion, his name is different in different religions. And so God knows your heart. That's the only person. You can fool everybody else around you. Who you can't fool is the person who created you, the person who gave life, the person who gave you, a planet and everything to live on. And you got to give public acknowledgement to Him. O Lord of heaven and earth, O Creator of the heavens and the Creator of my home, before Thee do I confess my sins. Before You, before God, do I confess my sins. And with this confession, if a confession that's made within the public, amongst the people, because they watching too. When you make a full public confession to God, you have to make it in front of the people, because in order for God to see, they have to see, because God sees everything as a whole, and for you to stand out. Before Thee do I confess my sins and lament them, cast them down and humble in Thy presence. Before God, I humble in front of His presence. I humble myself down. Humbling myself down before God's presence means I have to humble myself down before the presence of everybody else, the community. I have to humble myself down for them, because I realize at the end of the day that it's a bigger picture. For I have sinned before Thee by pride. And I'm going to stop right there at the pride, because when you get this confession, that is given a realization that it's a bigger thing than you. That and like I say, there's only one person who will really know if that's how you really feel on the inside. God will really know if that's how you really feel. And once God knows that it's real, that the people, it'll take time, because then when I say I have sinned before by pride, I used to pride in only having pride of I only give a damn about myself. I had to remove my pride and put it to the side and realize that it's a bigger picture than me. It's a bigger picture. It's a global thing. It's a global picture. So I took my pride and put it to the side, and I've humbled myself before God and before the people in order to give a true confession before God of heaven and earth, and before him I confess. Because once I've taken that approach and, you know, have humbled myself and realized that it's a bigger picture, then that's the first step to realizing that it's a bigger picture around you. It's not about me anymore, it's about everybody else around me. And yeah, it's actually giving a damn about everybody else around me than, you know, this. So I'm gonna leave it right there for today. The next time I do this, next week, we're gonna be going over the adverse and the boundless desires of honors and riches. Like I said, I'm gonna be breaking everything down the right way, and by idleness, gluttony, greed, debauchery, and drunkenness, I'm gonna be breaking all that down, so it's told the right way, because I don't want nobody going around saying what real sin is. Because I think real sin, like I said, is when you only give a damn about yourself. It's a misunderstanding, because a lot of people will tell you their version of what sin is, and that's their version. And so when somebody tells you what their version of what sin is, see, that's their version on depending on what pleases them. And it's not what pleases a crowd, a greater behalf of people. I'm here to give you the version of what pleases the world, God, and the greater behalf of people. Because you, at the end of the day, you have to wake up and realize that it's not about me, it's about everybody else around me. And that's what we're gonna be going over every Thursday. These whole videos are gonna be out what real sin really is, and we're gonna break it down the right way. All right, y'all. God bless, and thank you for watching the video. But we're gonna be doing these videos every Thursday until we get the whole confession done and out the way, and that's how we rocking.